How is it going then, everybody? Welcome back to another video here on our channel. I am the FIFA analyst, and today we have a FUT Champions recap for you, where we are taking a look at how we did with our 150k team across both consoles. Now, a lot of you guys in the comment section have been asking for a little bit more gameplay from myself, so we've got quite a bit of a long video today. We're going to be taking a look at most games from our FUT Champions. I'm going to show you every single team that we came up against, just because the whole purpose of this video is to show you guys that regardless of your team, you can still hit a very good record. So what I wanted to do was just go through, show you exactly what teams we came up against, show you the results, and then there will be loads of clips with it as well, so you can get an understanding of how we played with this team. And I have had the tactics on at the start for you as well. We did play 4-2-3-1, which usually is the go-to formation with a weaker team for me. If you do enjoy the video, please do let me know by dropping a like, and you can subscribe to the channel by clicking the little icon down below, and you can also click the bell icon if you want to get notified about uploads that happen every single day at 5 PM. Now, this was all taken from our live stream over on twitch.tv/FIFA analyst, so if you're interested in that, head on over. We do stream every Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We try to be very interactive with the chat, answer the questions for you, tell you exactly what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, and all that sort of thing. So head on over and get involved if you are interested. So overall, this team cost about 130k, give or take, at the day that I built it, which was on the Friday of FUT Champions. But obviously I decided to make it 150k just because of chem styles, things like that. I did buy all the players pretty much with the chem styles on that I needed. So, you know, things like having long lay at the back with a shadow on just made it a little bit cheaper than buying long lay with basic and then putting a shadow on as well, because that's where it starts to get quite costly. Overall, the team played quite well, if I'm honest with you. It was difficult in some games. I mean, the teams, I think I got out-teamed in every single game, bar maybe some of the first couple. They were, you know, on par with my team, I'd say. But you can just see from the teams we come up against, they're absolutely insane, guys. Like, you know, there's some very good squads out there at the minute. People have a lot of coins just from obviously playing the game since it came out. But obviously, if you've just picked up the game for Christmas or something, this sort of team, you know, you'll be able to get quite quickly, really. And it's not a bad side. You could make a couple changes. So obviously, having to stay in net is a little bit more expensive. You could also look at getting maybe Lucas Moura instead of Lacazette, and then maybe bringing in Fabinho. However you want to do it, you know, you can get this team and make some couple changes to kind of get it from there as well. For me, the kind of key stars were Lacazette and Ben Yedder. Dembele is always fantastic, so I don't need to even say about him. Dembele I absolutely love, but because they play out on the wing, they don't get involved as much for me. Well, they don't get as many goals or assists, I should say. That my wingers are mainly there just to use pace, get down the wing, and kind of, you know, get in, and obviously give the chances to the striker or the centre attacking mids as well. But to be honest, yeah, the team wasn't bad. I mean, even the defence was pretty solid. You know, you have Longley at the back, Militao. 81 Militao is still definitely good enough in this game. I'm telling you, he's absolutely insane, guys. For the coins that you can pick him up for, he does an unreal job, and I really wasn't disappointed with him at all. So yeah, definitely recommend picking him up if you need a centre back from La Liga as well. I'm quickly just going to interrupt this video just to say there is a lot of you guys that are watching these videos that aren't subscribed to the channel. So you can click the little icon down below to subscribe. You can also click the bell icon to get notified of every video that we upload at 5 PM. So if you want to see more content like this, then please do subscribe to the channel. It does massively help us. But now let's get back to the video. So quite a few of our games were very close. There wasn't many games that I full-on dominated, I don't think. You know, like 5-0, what I'd normally have. There was a few games that, you know, I had to go to extra time, like the one you're seeing now. Then there was games where I just scraped it 2-1, 1-0 in some cases as well. I was trying to play this team very possession orientated, just because when you come up against a guy that's got a much better team than yours, it's very difficult to play a quick tick attacker, you know, 4-1-2-1-2, for example. It's really difficult to play that. So playing 4-2-3-1 just gave me that bit more of a stability and a lot more. I was happy with it, essentially. So that's kind of what we went and did. So we were 7-0 at this point, and then we came up against this team, which again is a much better team than mine. Not massive amounts, you know, it's not a massively expensive team. But we go into this game and, you know, we're keeping it strong. This was all taken from Friday's stream. So this is where we're 7-0. We go 2-0 up in this game, and I was feeling good, looking good. Was thinking, yeah, we're going to have this in the back of the net. And this is going to be the game where we take our first L, unfortunately. Now, I haven't let you guys know Have I? I don't know. I'm not going to let you wait till the end because it's quite a long one. We do manage to hit 24 and 6 with this team. We could have got a 25. We possibly could have got a 26, but I think it was more down to me and lapse of concentration, if I'm honest with you. Because obviously I left 12 games till Sunday and I started streaming at 8 o'clock Sunday night. I didn't finish till just before 12 o'clock. Obviously got work the next day. So I was kind of just wanting to get them done, if I'm honest with you. And we had a couple I think it took us 3 games to get the 23 or 2 games, one or the other. I can't remember. This really annoyed me here because I concede from this and I don't know what Semedo was doing. Why didn't he lock on to the goal kick? Completely baffled me, if I'm honest with you. It was really, really frustrating. And that's how we lose the game, I think. Yeah, it goes 3-2, and then I go all out attack, and I end up conceding quite a few more goals. So never does me any favors, does it? Never does me any favors in extra time at that point. Yeah, so it finished 6-3, I think. So and that's where we took the first L. Anyway, that's where we went 7-1. I mean, look at the team we're coming up there, like absolute. Unbelievable. Managed to win that one 3-2, get us on the 8 wins. So yeah, we could have possibly got a better record, but you know, we just had to take it as it is. My aim was, like I said to the stream, we just want to make sure that we finish Elite 3. If we can get Elite 3 for this, I think at this stage of FIFA, with a 150k team, given some of the teams that you can come up against, I feel like it's quite respectable, really. And so a lot of you guys will go, yeah, I've got a weak team, you know, I feel like I could get Elite if I had a stronger team. You've just got to remain focused in every single game, guys. If you really, really focus on yourself and improving, I can guarantee that you will start to see results regardless of the team, if I'm honest with you. You've really just got to be on it. You know, you can't, with this sort of team, for me, I couldn't play a play style that was probably what I'd like to play. It had to be a little bit more patient, going backwards more than you go forwards, that sort of thing. You can take it as you want, you know, oh yeah, you know, possession or time wasting. At the end of the day, if you come up against a team that's got another million coins on yours, you've got to play the way you need to play to get that win. I'm not saying go to the corner and, you know, waste time ridiculously, but you've just got to be more patient in the build-up. I still think, though, to be fair, given the players, we still scored some nice goals. Like that there was a lovely little goal, in my opinion. Absolutely fantastic stuff indeed. We did have 4-4-2 as our another formation to play. So if I was struggling to create chances in the 4-2-3-1, that's what I'd move to essentially, and I'd go to the 4-4-2. I played Ben Yedder as a false 9, so he'd drop back. No, sorry, I played Lacazette as a false 9, so he'd drop back, and then Ben Yedder was on getting behind. And then he obviously made it running behind the strikers. That worked fairly well. It wasn't like the most strongest 4-4-2 for me in this particular team. I think it was more down to the players though. So yeah, Sissoko was very good. When we came up against this team, to be honest, I really did look at it and go, this is going to be a very difficult game. We're 14-1 at this point, and this guy's squad was absolutely unreal. Made it very, very difficult for us to kind of compete with him, if I'm honest with you. He was a really good player though, nothing taken away. It was mainly, you know, it was just the difference. It was a good player, really difficult to read in the attack, and just made it so hard for me when it kind of meant we're defending. So 17 minutes in, we go 2-0 down. And unfortunately, we're going to take another goal concede in just a second, which means we then take the L because we got to 3-0 down, right? With my sort of team that I'm rocking here, I just accepted defeat and said, I'm not going to waste any more time. I didn't think I was going to get back into it, so I left at 3-0. I don't leave games very often, right? And I wouldn't normally leave this if I was playing with my normal teams. If I was playing with my normal strong team, I would always stay in a game and I would not recommend you to rage quit. However, for me, streaming, you know, time, that sort of thing, it just meant, you know what, I'm not going to get back into it. So it's probably best for me to call it a day there. So anyway, we get to 15-2. And again, we come up against another squad that is absolutely insane. Very, very good side indeed. And I was a little bit concerned we're coming up against this one. I mean, the squads that we're coming up against now are just starting to get insane. Because matchmaking works where it tries to match you up against someone that's on the same skill level as you. Obviously, at 15-2, it's a decent record. You're going to start to come up against people that have got really, really good sides. So it's just where you need to take your patience, guys, and just chill. You know, you can't force your games. Just relax. I felt a bit undone by there, essentially. I thought Militao should have probably just stuck a leg out and got that. He was very close to it. It was jockeying. I thought I defended it quite nicely. But yeah, very unfortunate. And then what a lovely little pass that was. Neymar gets through. I get really, really unlucky there. I kind of win the ball back, but I didn't win it back enough to then turn Militao and take the ball away. And we lose that game 2-1. So I was a little bit frustrated with that one. I feel like we could have probably won that. I mean, we held the game out for so long, and then just literally at the final hurdle, we just crumbled, if I'm honest with you. Now, one thing that we did do, obviously, with this side is that we had a lot of players on the bench. So when it comes to players on the bench, well, we had 4 players on the bench, I should say. We had Politano, Gnabry, Matuidi, and Atal. Those were our 4 players. Now, I haven't included them in the cost of the team because obviously you can use what you want and who you want. If you've got a decent red pick, you could use them. If you've just picked up someone fairly cheap, you can do that. I mean, like the inform Atal, for example, is a fantastic player to have on the bench. It really does a quality job. You can put him in at right back, centre mid, right wing, wherever you want, essentially. That card can play. So I would highly recommend picking that up if you guys need it. Gnabry gets us a goal there in the 120th minute to make it 1-0 and gets us the win. Gnabry, 86, it was the red pick that we've got. He really isn't that great. His composure lets him down massively. Whenever I did take a shot with him, I was always scared. I didn't think it was going to go on target. Came clutch up for me there, though, which I was quite happy with. But yeah, he isn't the greatest of cards, if I'm honest with you, so I probably wouldn't recommend picking him up at any point. I know a few of you guys, I mean, when you send me your teams, I feel like a few of you guys have done the player of the month. And you have to let me know how you find him. So, again, we go another goal down there. Felt a little bit undone by it. The game was a little bit delayed at this point. So, this is now getting into Sunday's games. And the gameplay wasn't great at this particular stage. And I felt like with that defender there, we covered the pass. We covered everything. We did what needed to do. But it just overshot it, basically, which was really, really unfortunate. And again, another real quality opponent that we came up against here. You can just see I was backing off, gave them the space with Neymar, who then just smashes that one into the back of the net. A little bit unfortunate, but again, 17-3. At this point, I'm kind of like, you know what? We are on for the Elite 3 finish, probably quite comfortably here. So let's just carry on playing. Let's not get mad. Let's not get annoyed. Let's carry on speaking with people in the chat. You know, we had a fantastic stream again. The support on the weekend for the streams, guys, was absolutely insane. So a massive thank you for that. And Lacazette there, you could see that the reason why I'm re-showing it is because basically he didn't adjust his feet the way I wanted him to, and then he didn't go ahead and get it to where I want to then have the shot, which was really, really irritating. You can just see as I kind of show it, he was meant to take another touch. He goes to take a half touch and then he doesn't, and it was really, really weird. And that was just where the gameplay was a little bit slower, a little bit more delayed than normal, which when you are in delayed gameplay, guys, it is very irritating. You are going to get it, right? A lot of you guys in the comment section say, yeah, I could get elite if I didn't have this gameplay, I didn't have this, didn't have that. Now, right, I know it is a thing. It's, you know, everyone knows that. Try and play at a time that suits the servers. I know that's not practical for everyone. You've got jobs, you know, you've got bills to pay, you got to go to work, or you know, you've got family to see, whatever it is. Just try and play at those sort of times because it can help you. If you can't, then all right, you have just got to put up with it, unfortunately. But just remember, if you've got it, chances are your opponent's got it. Sometimes they don't, which is really, really weird, but most of the time, you know, it's pretty delayed for you both. So you've just got to you just got to try and keep your cool, play with what you can, do what you can, and yeah, if you can get the win with it, great stuff indeed. So a lot of my goals this weekend came from doing things like that. Going down the wing and just looking for the cutback across to Ben Yedder, Lacazette. It works really, really well, especially with a team like this. I was always so scared to shoot with them. I had to make sure that a lot of the chances that I had were like, yeah, this has got a very high chance of going in. Like even, you know, on the edge here, Lacazette, I'm always a little bit sceptical of taking that shot. Politano scored a goal to get us back into a game earlier on as well, where it hit the post and went in. I think it was for the winner, actually. And I was like, I hate it, and I hate and hope. I was really, really surprised when he put that one in the back of the net, if I'm honest with you. So 2-0 up in this game anyway. We make a mistake there and give the ball away, and then he manages to grab a goal back with Hazard. I was a little bit annoyed that went in because I feel like Hazard's body angle wasn't really in the right direction for what it should be, if I'm honest with you, to then kind of get the ball on target, essentially. But again, another solid team, guys. The teams, you guys let me know what team you're rocking, right? Because some of these, this weekend has made me realise that people have got strong teams at this stage of FIFA. I mean, you should do, if you've been playing the game from the start, you know, squad battles, FUT Champs, division rivals, rewards are there to have. You can get decent rewards to then build a good team at this stage in FIFA, especially with things like the icon swaps and whatnot, right? They're not the most amazing cards, but they're still decent cards, and you know, it does obviously add quite a bit of a big element to your team as well. Lovely little goal there as well, back heel from Ben Yedder, lovely, passes it back into the box, and then we grab a goal to bring it back at 1-1. This is a stage where you're thinking, can we do it? We're 18-4 at the minute, needed to make sure that we keep the pressure up. I didn't want to take an L here, if I'm honest with you, just given 18-4. It's where we need to be. So that puts us on to 19-4, which, you know, if I take an L there and then it makes us 18-5, it starts to get a little bit more squeaky bum time, if I'm honest with you. Again, another unreal team that we come up against with Flaco Club. Road to the final Dembele, 93 Neymar, just unreal. I mean, I'm looking forward to using one of these teams again. Now, I'm debating doing another challenge soon, maybe using like a 50k team or something, or a 30k team. Whatever you guys want me to do, I'm happy to kind of give it a go, if I'm honest with you, and just see how we can get on, really. And then we'll start doing some more squad builders, that sort of thing. But you guys have to let me know what sort of teams you'd like me to see using FUT Champions and what records you reckon I can get with them. So for your knowledge as well, if you are new to the channel, the best records we've had so far this year, we've hit a couple of 28 and 2s, quite a few elite ones, and then elite 2s, elite 3s are standard, really. For me, I can, not sounding big-headed, I can get elite 3, not comfortably, but I can get elite 3, you know, pretty much every weekend. We only didn't hit elite 3 the first weekend of FIFA, which was obviously first FUT Champions that was available. Hit gold 1 because I hadn't played FIFA in nearly a year, so that was a bit of a shock to the system coming back on that, if I am honest with you. Lovely little dribbling there, though, finding a space in the box. Ben Yedder, was it Ben Yedder? I think put it in the back of the net. Just again, another quality player. Dembele, though, his dribblings, it is. But having the 5-star weak foot, 5-star skill moves really does help with Dembele. He is a real good player. Unfortunately, here to make it 2-2 in the 89th minute, I was thinking it's going to go to extra time. It's going to be difficult, but look at this. Lacazette into Sissoko, ball roll, near post, Boscha makes that 3-2 and puts us on 20-4. So I was feeling good, and I was thinking, right, let's go for the 26. Let's go for the 26. Come up against another insane team. This is where it starts to get real difficult now, guys. This is where I start to lose my concentration, if I'm honest with you. And we start to take a couple more L's as we get a little bit closer to this stage of the weekend, which is unfortunate, but you know what? It is what it is. Lacazette pulls it into the box. Lovely little skill move. Smashes it in at the near post, making it 2-0. And we get a rage quit in this game. Lovely little first time fake shot. Makes so much room in the box, guys. You really need to try it. I'll do a video on it to show you how to use it. But yeah, it does good stuff indeed. Managed to beat that team. So 22-4. That put us on, 22-4. We beat El Gringo, which again was a very good player. Tight game. We lose this one 3-0, right? We just lost that here, if I'm honest with you. 22-5 at this point, coming up against another insane team. It goes all the way to penalties. Now, penalties for me recently haven't been as good as I'd probably like them to be. I don't know what it is. Do you guys green time your penalties? Because I don't, and I feel like that's been letting me down, if I'm honest with you. And yeah, unfortunately, we are going to lose this penalty shootout, which is then going to put us on 22-6. But you know what comes after that. We win our last 2 games, and then we make all of our way to 24-6, which is, again, not a bad record, really, given the team that we've got. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end it there, and I'm going to leave you guys with the rest of the gameplay. You've only got another minute or so for you guys to watch. I hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, then please do let me know by smashing that like button. You can drop your thoughts down below as well. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. The support recently has been absolutely massively appreciated. And if you want to drop me any tweets on Twitter, if you have any questions, anything like that, please do let me know. I'm always happy to answer them and help you guys out where I can. Thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you all in the next video. Bye-bye.